Hey guys, it's OopTube44. I'm back after a couple of months of being away. Um, and I decided that I'm going to be doing a lot of Super Mario 64 videos, or at least I think I will be, coming up. So I figured that I would go through my favorite levels in Super Mario 64 by doing a little bit of a tier list. Now I should tell you that my opinions of Super Mario 64 are, I think, a little bit different from a lot of other people. So you might have your opinions, but my opinions are a little bit different. But if you'd like to put your favorite levels in the comments and stuff, feel free to do so. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, OopDude44. Definitely going to be working on some new things. Not as frequently as last time, but still going to be uploading intermittently. So I'm glad to be back, and hope you guys enjoy the video. So, starting S tier means it's the best. Obviously, A is very good, B is good, okay. C is meh, and D is not great. I don't. There's no F tier. I don't think there's any level in Super Mario 64 that I would define as F tier, so that's not too much of a concern. But this also includes all the main courses as well as the hidden cap courses and the Bowser courses as well, and the Secret Star courses when they apply. So that's basically what's going on here. And let's get started with the tier list without further ado. So starting with Bob-omb Battlefield, that seems to be first. Bob-omb Battlefield is a great starting course. It is a little bit easy, obviously, because it is the first course, but I think it's pretty. It's got a lot of variety. It's got the shooting island in the sky. I love the Bob-omb buddies. They're like my favorite. Um, the water droplets that are shot out of the cannons can be very annoying sometimes because you never exactly know where they're going to land. Big Bob-omb is a good boss, especially for a first boss, and the red coins are actually put in interesting spots, having you to go through the level. I'm going to give Bob-omb Battlefield an A tier. I think it's pretty good. Good starting level. Chain Chomp obviously is fun, you know, even when you're free him, and it's just great. I think Bob-omb Battlefield safely gets into A tier here. Um, let's see, where's Womp's Fortress? Womp's Fortress is similar to Bob-omb Battlefield, with the exception that it has edges you can fall off of. It's still relatively easy, but in some cases it's a little too easy because I feel like there are areas I could just skip over or long jump over or find a way through in a way that it's not entirely intended by the game. And Womp as a boss is relatively easy. I think that actually he's slightly easier than Big Bob-omb because you can just ground pound on him. Um, Fall onto the caged island can be very annoying with Hoot the Owl. I do like Hoot the Owl, but just the star itself is kind of annoying. And if you know, shooting the wild blue is easy to get without being intended. I'm going to give Womp's Fortress a B. I don't think it's as good as Bob-omb Battlefield, but it's still pretty good. It's got a lot of potential, and climbing to the top of the fortress is fun, but I think there are just a couple of small things about the level that bring it down a little bit. Jolly Roger Bay is the third level. Jolly Roger Bay is small. It's a water level, so it does require a lot of swimming. There's Unagi the eel, who, if you're not careful, can jump scare you right off the level. There's the treasure in the ocean cave. Jolly Roger Bay is a bit small. It feels smaller than some of the other levels. Jolly Roger Bay is okay, though. I'll put it also in B tier, probably behind Womp's Fortress. It's a good level to get involved with the water mechanics in the game. It's not too easy to drown, so that's good. One of the problems with Jolly Roger Bay is the 100 coin star. There's only 104 coins in the level, so you got to make sure you get every coin. But other than that, have nothing bad to say about Jolly Roger Bay. I think it's a interesting design level, and I'll put it in B tier. Cool Mountain, on the other hand, really gives me fits, and I'm not a fan of it that much. As a matter of fact, I go so far as to put this in D tier. Cool Mountain is annoying. Two of the stars are just slides. One of them's a race, the other's not, but still, it can be very frustrating. When you fall off an edge, you can land in snow and then you get stuck in there, and it's hard to get out. And Little Penguin lost. Obviously, there's all those memes about killing the penguin, but the mission itself is kind of underwhelming. Wall kicks will work as an annoying star to get sometimes, and the Frosty slide for 8 red coins is probably the most annoying of the 8 red coin stars in the game. And just in general, I feel it's a bit of a slog to get through, so Cool Mountain's definitely going to go into D tier. I'm not a fan that much at all. Big Boo's Haunt is a really, really fun level, and I really enjoy going through it. Obviously, you got the Eye in the Secret Room, which is one of the hardest stars to get to if you don't know what you're doing. You've got the Big Boo that you have to fight 3 times, which does let it down a little bit. I mean, it could have used a little more variety. Obviously, you've got the piano, who frightened little kids, including myself when I was younger. Um, I want to put it in S tier, but I think I'm going to put it in A, above a bomb battlefield. If I can. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, almost. I'll just move back. Yeah, there you go. Okay. The reason I'm putting in A tier, not S tier, is just I feel that they could have done a little more variety than just the 3 Boo fights. I feel like they could have put, and also Secret of the Haunted Books is extremely easy. So I think Big Boo's Haunt is a good effort, and it's definitely one of the better levels in the game. But I'm going to put it in A tier, and we'll see how that works out. After you're done Big Boo's Haunt, most players will go to Bowser in the Dark World. But before we do that, I'm going to look at the Princess Secret Slide. Very basic slide. It's hard. I almost always get the 21-second star pretty quickly, and I never have trouble with falling off the edge. But slides are never something that I enjoy too much in this game, and it's pretty mid. So I'll put it in C tier. And then the wing cap stage is kind of annoying. I'm trying to look for it. Here it is. The wing cap stage is kind of annoying. If you miss a red coin, a lot of times you have to restart or go back and get it. The red coins are extremely easy. There's not much to do here. Again, I'll probably just put it in C tier. I think most of the secondary levels with caps and stuff like that are going to go in the C tier. I would think, unless there's something really special about them. But Bowser in the Dark World. Bowser in the Dark World is okay. It's a good starting Bowser stage. I think that it's lacking in a couple spots. I don't like the fact that you have to go back and activate switches to get the red coins in some cases. Some of the geometry is a little bit weird and off, but it is a good stage to start your familiarity with Bowser and the Bowser stages. So I'm going to put it in B tier. I think it's alright. Probably below Jolly Roger Bay. So once you finish Bowser in the Dark World, the next level most players will go to is Hazy Maze Cave, which... Oh, I forgot the Secret Aquarium. So the Secret Aquarium is going to go in C. It's, again, an interesting idea, but there's not much special about it that I really like. It's just an ordinary secret star. But anyway, back to Hazy Maze Cave. Where is it? There it is. Hazy Maze Cave is like a tale of two halves. I like some of Hazy Maze Cave and other parts I can't stand. It is a relatively big level, and for the beginner player, it can be easy to get lost in. I do like exploring the Toxic Maze, so those stars are fine. I also like going down and beating Dory and the Swimming Beast in the Cavern area and the Metalhead Mario area. But I hate elevating for 8 red coins. It's one of the more annoying stars in the game that I just don't appreciate doing. But overall, I think it's a good concept. I'm going to put Hazy Maze Cave in B tier, at the bottom of B tier. I think that's a good place to put it. Also love the Scuttlebugs. The map is not very clear, but overall I think it's serviceable. It's enjoyable to a degree. It's just I really don't like Elevate for red coins, which kind of brings it down, but... Lethal Lava Land is fun. I enjoy Lethal Lava Land. You know, I'm a sucker for Mario's burning sound effects, so anytime I get burned, I just laugh because it's funny. The first two stars are very similar with the bullies, and 8 coin puzzle with 15 pieces is extremely easy. But I do like the world within a world they have with the volcano. I do like that. But Lethal Lava Land is interesting. I'm gonna put Lethal Lava Land in B tier also, probably in between Womp's Fortress and Jolly Roger Bay. I like that placement for it. So Lethal Lava Land is going to go there. Shifting Sandland, on the other hand, even though it also has a level within a level with the pyramid, I find it to be a little bit frustrating. Um, I think Shifting Sandland, the red coins are a pain. There are a lot of pitfalls where instead of just burning yourself, you actually die. Um, Being inside the pyramid is very claustrophobic. I'm not a huge fan of it. IROC is pretty good though. I like IROC. Um, Klepto can steal your hat when you're not looking, which that's why I usually pick Talons of the Big Bird whenever I do Shifting Sandland. But it's gonna have to go into C tier. I can't. I'm not gonna put it in D tier. I don't think it's that bad, but I do think C tier is the correct place for Shifting Sandland in my opinion. There's just a lot of pitfalls, a lot of places you can die if you're not careful. But overall, I think it's a good level, decent level. Dire Docks, a lot of people don't like, and I can understand why people don't like it because of pole jumping for 8 red coins, but honestly, I think it's very similar to Jolly Roger Bay in terms of design. It's small, it's a water level. I like the idea of the Collect the Cap star. I like the Manta Ray star. I think really pole jumping for 8 red coins is the only star I don't like in this level. And I think 100 coins again, difficult as well. I really think it's very similar to Jolly Roger Bay, so I'm just going to put it right next to Jolly Roger Bay in B tier. I think it's, a little, it's not as good as Jolly Roger Bay, I don't think, but it's very similar, and I think putting it in B tier is a safe spot for Dire Docks. Before we go upstairs, we've got Bowser in the Fire Sea. I think Bowser in the Fire Sea is the worst of the Bowser stages. I think that it's got a lot of hearts in it to heal, which is good, but like there's too much lava. I think it's just hard to get across pretty quickly and pretty easily. I'm going to put Bowser in the Fire Sea in C tier as well, next to Shifting Sandland. I think the most annoying part is some of the platforms have to move. You have to wait for them to move and stuff like that. But overall, it's okay. Again, it's supposed to be difficult. The red coin star is a little out of place. And I mean, it's just alright. It's mid. It's okay. So, heading up to the... Oh, let me do Vanish Cap under the moat real quick. Vanish Cap under the moat, I think, is the most interesting of the three. And also, I'll do Metal Cap as well. I think it's the most interesting of the 3 caps. Is the Vanish Cap and the courses as well. I think in this one example, I'm going to put Vanish Cap in B tier. I think it's really well designed, good platforming. You got the slope at the middle, and if you miss any red coin, you got to restart. So I mean, that's an interesting way to go through it. The red coins, I think, are a challenge in this one. So I'll put that in B tier. And the Metal Cap, I think the Metal Cap's kind of useless in Mario 64. It's the coolest cap for sure, but it's a bit useless. And the cavern of the Metal Cap is really hard to get to because it's within Hazy Maze Cave. So I'll put this in C tier, probably at the bottom. And of course, if you get sucked into the current, you're going all the way back to the the castle, the grounds. Let's continue with Snowman's Land. I think Snowman's Land is an upgrade from Cool Mountain. I think that the igloo is probably one of the coolest areas in the game. Honestly, I really love going in there. Having to use the Koopa Shell to get red coins is a great idea. I think climbing up the snowman is a little bit tedious, but I mean, I can go past it. It's fine. It reminds me of Freeze Easy Peak from Banjo-Kazooie. I'm wondering if, Snowman's Land was kind of the inspiration for that. It's a little bit, kind of forgettable, but it is still a decent level. I like fighting the Chill Bully. I would say Snowman's Land would probably go in between Lethal Lava Land and Jolly Roger Bay in B tier. I think that's a good place to put it. Um, Moving on to Wet Dry World. Wet Dry World by far is my favorite course. I just love the design of it. Everyone gets this like negative aura out of it, but I mean, I kind of like the negative aura. I think having town be flooded, it creates a mystery that I really enjoy, and the stars are all fun to get. I don't think there's a single star in that level that I don't like. The Secrets of Shallow Sky is fun. Express Elevator is fun. Going to town and picking up the red coins and the quick race through downtown, they're all fun. And of course, it's the only level with Skeeters, and I really like Skeeters for some reason. They're like my favorite enemies. So yeah, Wet Dry World, I think we could put Nest here. I think it's definitely the best course in my opinion. I know a lot of people would put it further down, but I just really enjoy Wet Dry World. I think it's a great level. Great concept, has a lot of mystery. Um, I think it's just the quintessential Mario 64 level. Tall Mountain is a pain, to say the least. It is very annoying to have to climb it multiple times and blast to the Lonely Mushroom. I never use the cannon for. I just jump from the top of the level because I feel like it's easier. The monkey that steals your hat is annoying. The slide is kind of annoying too, although you can usually bypass that. And 100 coins, nah. Tall Mountain, it's just a bit frustrating, and I find it to be a lack of thought on the game designers. So I'm going to put it pretty low. I'm going to put it in C tier, I think, next to the Metal Cap. Not a fan of Tall Mountain. Tiny Huge Island, on the other hand, I think is a great concept for a level. I like how you got the small side and the big side. I can't think of a star in that level that I don't like. Um, I think that Five Itty Bitty Secrets is interesting. I think Wiggler and Wiggler's Red Coins are good. Wiggler's a pretty easy boss, though. I would say Tiny Huge Island is a good try in one direction, but it's probably going to stay in B tier. I can't put it quite in A tier. I think it's going to go in B tier. Probably between... I think it's better than Snowman's Land. Do I? Maybe not. I'll put it in between Snowman's Land and Jolly Roger Bay. Yeah, I think that's a good place to put Tiny Huge Island. Let's go to the third floor now. Tick-Tock Clock is also one of my favorite levels. I think the platforming it is hardcore and it's fun. I've practiced on this level multiple times over my lifetime, and I can say that it's definitely a good practice ground for different platforming. All the stars are extremely fun to get. I feel like there's a lot of challenge in all of them, especially stopping time for red coins, I think is a pretty awesome concept. So Tick-Tock Clock's going to go in S tier. I do like Tick-Tock Clock. It's just when you fall, obviously you fall, and 100 coins can be tricky, but I really like the design of this level. It puts the platforming into platforming, if you know what I mean. And I just think that Tick-Tock Clock is a very creative, fun level. I mean, it's not one that I think immediately would come to mind when you think of, basic level design. So yeah, Tick-Tock Clock will go into S tier. I also like the Mario Kart DS course Tick-Tock Clock. That's one of my favorites as well. Rainbow Ride is not as good as Tick-Tock Clock. The platforming is a little slower with the carpets and stuff. The stars are spread far and wide, obviously because it is the last course in the game. But it's not terrible. I think it's interesting. I think that it's aesthetically pleasing. But I'm finding it difficult to put it any higher than low B, high C tier. And I'm just debating exactly where I want to put it. I think I'm going to put it at the top of C tier. It's good, but it's not It's a no at the top of C tier. Come on, shifting sandline. There you go. So it's good. I mean, it's okay. It's long though, and I do prefer levels where you can do things a little quicker. I'm a little bit impatient in that regard. But I think top of C tier is a safe place for Rainbow Ride. Bowser in the Sky is my favorite Bowser course. I think it is the most well thought out of the Bowser courses. I think it is very well put together. I think that it's a great approach for the final boss. So I'm actually gonna put Bowser in the Sky in A tier. I like it there. I think it's the strongest of the three Bowser courses. The 8 red coins are well hidden and put in interesting spots. I like the color of the sky and the purple. I like that skybox a lot. And I think the platforming really puts you to test, and that's why I really like Bowser in the Sky, leading up to the third Bowser fight. I think it's a really good Bowser level. I think it's the best Bowser level. Finally, we've got Wing Mario Over the Rainbow, and I don't know what masochist came up with this level, but I can't stand it, and it's going into D tier. I do not like this. I really don't like using the wing cap for things anyway. It's really hard to control. I can't say anything good about Wing Mario Over the Rainbow. It's frustrating, and I can't. I mean, there's nothing I could really say about it. I do like the rainbow aesthetic, but you get that with Rainbow Ride as well. So, I mean, not much to say about that one. So I think this is about where I'm leaving my Mario level tier lists. As you can see, most of them are in B tier and C tier. They're good, okay. I think there's only a couple levels that really stand out a lot. And luckily, there's only 2 levels that I think are really frustrating to me. But everything else is really fun. I mean, there are ups and downs of each course, but the level layouts are fun. I think I was expecting most of my picks to be in B tier. And of course you got Wet Dry World and TikTok Clock are my favorites. Big Boo's Haunts up there. Bob-omb Battlefield, Bowser in the Sky, I think. Well-designed courses and mini courses. I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list right now, so I'm going to stick with it. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me on this Super Mario 64 tier list. I hope you like it. I'm hoping to come up with some more videos soon, although a little more intermittently than I've uploaded before, but I have recently obtained Super Mario Co-op Deluxe, so I'll probably be streaming that a couple of times anyway. Probably sometimes by myself, sometimes with my friends. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to me, OopDude44, on YouTube. I do a lot of video game stuff, mods, hacks, stuff like that, but I figured I'd do a tier list just to see what it would be like. So, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.